Right, stingless bees. You know where I'd find some? Even one? Hey, cat got your tongue? Reckon not. Sorry to wake you, mate. Any stingless bees around? Maybe it's me. Oh, where's that cell phone Charlie gave me? He said if I run into a problem, press Y.
You quest and I manifest.
Cool, huh? And here's the best part.
Crikey. Hey, mate. How'd you do that?
Who explains the unexplainable? Me, of course. Kid Y. I'm not really here. I found a way to travel around as a hologram.
Well, I'll be stuffed.
Your friends asked you to get stingless bee honey to mix together some kind of shampoo.
Righto, and jump it over to the Sydney airport before their plane takes off.
Kid Y knows all there is to know about all there is to know. And the first rule of knowing is, ask somebody.
I tried that. Critters around here seem pretty tight-snouted.
How about consulting the people who know this land and its creatures best? The Aborigine.
Nice blokes, but kind of new on the block.
Maybe to kangaroos. But Aborigines have been in Australia for at least 40,000 years.
What's that in kangaroo years?
Even longer. In fact, it's maybe the longest unbroken culture on Earth.
So if nobody was around back when they were, how does anybody know anything about them?
Well, the Aborigines passed on their stories through dance and through their legends. Stories about a long ago period known as Dreamtime tell how the Earth and its creatures were created. Some of these tales say the hills were shaped by the snake, the rocky ridges by the crocodile, and the canyon by the kangaroo.
No wonder Murray Canyon looks like my Uncle Murray.
And their rock art allows them to pass their stories on through the ages, all the way to the present day. About their very spiritual lives, with close ties to the bird, the reptile, the marsupial.
Marsupials I know about, since I'm a card-carrying member myself. If we had cards and a place to carry them.
So, go ahead. Ask.
G'day, mates. Any stingless bees in these parts? I guess they don't speak my lingo. Too bad they're not of the marsupial persuasion.
Great idea. Maybe the marsupials can clue us in. You marsupials are among Australia's most astounding animals.
Well, that's us all right.
Mammals that mostly raise their babies in a pouch.
What pouch? Just ribbing you, mate. Actually, it's only the Sheilas that have pouches. That's ladies to you.
Good to know. The more than 200 marsupial species are all pretty awesome, like the gentle little koala that only lives in Australia.
Might unsociable for my taste.
Actually, it's just sleeping, as much as 20 hours a day. Only wakes up to eat about 1/10 of its weight in eucalyptus leaves.
Now, how do I get that job?
It's got a large stubby nose, few natural predators, and a special part of its intestine to digest hard-to-digest leaves.
Somebody ought to clue him into the joys of grass and roots.
Some marsupials even eat meat.
I heard it's not so good for the old ticker.
Like this little native of the offshore Isle of Tasmania, the Tasmanian devil. And of course you know about kangaroos.
Not much to know, really. We eat, we sleep, we hop, we itch, we scratch.
Here's some more. You red kangaroos really like the desert. You grow up to be more than 6 feet tall. You're able to hop 20 feet strides with your spring-like hind legs.
Well, I just didn't want to brag.
But the kangaroo's most difficult journey is probably the 6 or so inches the newborn climbs through its mother's fur, from the birth canal to the pouch. You were the size of a big bug, and 8 months later, you were a furry little joey, full of mischief.
Right, I was a rascally sort. Many's the time I had to be sent to my pouch.
And when there's danger around, like your predators, the wedge-tailed eagle and the wild dingo dog.
Where? Oh, just examples. I knew that.
The joey knows the safest place to hide is its portable nursery.
You've got to admit, mate, we're amazing creatures.
Australia's full of creatures that are amazing, curious, and to us, downright peculiar.
I want to hear about every single one.
You request, I do my best.
The termite eats wood, the task eats meat. The spiny anteater thinks ants are a treat. The pelicans build fills up like a pouch. If a crocodile bites you, you're gonna say, ouch! That thing over there is a bandicoot, looking down at you, long as long, no snoot. If you go to Australia, you're gonna see animals amazing you, amazing me. If you go to Australia, you're gonna stare at animals you can't just stare at anywhere. The kookaburra's call, the tree just hipped us to the cozy koala, munching eucalyptus. The dingo dog's bite is worse than its bark. Surfers on the beach yell, great white shark. Duck-billed platypus laying its eggs, but swimming along on little mammal legs. Big cassowary, the bird don't fly, but foxes that do fall out of the sky. If you go to Australia, you're gonna see animals amazing you, amazing me. If you go to Australia, you're gonna stare at animals you can't just stare at anywhere. Don't get bit by a snaky death adder. It's cousin to the cobra, sometimes even badder. The gecko's gonna clean his eyes with his tongue. The kangaroo's got a fuzzy pouch for his young. Lyrebird copies everything you say, everything you say, everything you say. Frill dragon lizard when things get tough. Try standing up, running fast, frill dragon blow. If you go to Australia, you're gonna see animals amazing you, amazing me. If you go to Australia, just look and wonder over all the creatures that you found down under. If you go to Australia, you just can't look. Take some photos home for your photo book.
Well, time is running out to get to Sydney. Why don't we skip the bees and go right there for the honey? Travel by hologram? Climb aboard. Direction lapse? Go to maps.
All right. How fast can you get this baby going?
0 to Sydney in 3 minutes.
Ripper! So, tell me about Sydney.
Sure. Sydney actually began in a pretty strange way when the British used to send their prisoners to Australia.
How do you like that? Hard time in paradise.
Those convicts helped make a settlement known as the Rocks on Sydney Cove, where today the Sydney Harbour Bridge crosses to the North Shore. And there's so many totally cool places, like the Royal Botanic Gardens, Darling Harbour, the Sydney Opera House, oh, and don't forget Bondi Beach.
Never! Why?
Surf's up.
Crikey! Whoa! That was truly terrifying. Can we do it again?
Sure, another time. Here's the Sydney airport, and there's a duty-free specialty shop.
That's it! That's it! Someone's got to go in and get it.
Well?
Hello, I'm a kangaroo.
Hello? I'm a hologram?
Ah, traded Charlie's cell phone.
Whoa, gotta go. Urgent matter. Be right there, Mom!
G'day, mate. Thanks for helping me get to the honey. Not to mention learn all that great stuff about my continent, sweet continent.
Hey, I think, I plan, I visualize, I am.
Ah, easy come, easy go. Speaking of which, I hope nobody notices a little missing honey.
Want to know more? Dare to explore. National Geographic's the place to start when you depart. Cannonball! Dive into Nat Geo animal videos. Not like in the zoo. See them free and wild. Really wild. Flip through Nat Geo Kids magazine. Get zapped by the stories behind the stories. Unknown facts about hot new phenomena and new cool technology. Talk about cool. Explorer magazine at school. Launch into space with Nat Geo books. The only limitation, your imagination. Look out for National Geographic TV. Soon to be rockin', sockin', and tingling your eyeballs. Or hey, be there for real at the Geographic Bee or join Geography action. Venture on to your own adventure with incredible new toys from National Geographic and Target. Remote control subs, metal detectors. Nothing boring, go get exploring. Whoa! Who knew there's so much National Geographic stuff out there? Not me, until now. And there's lots more yet. Check the internet. So flip, read, click, soar. Dare to explore!